You're a loser. You're a total failure. You're a person unworthy of love and success. Have you ever sensed this voice in you? Where did it come from? It's there, within you. In the depth of your consciousness resides this relentless critic. And the damn job of this critic is to declare you a total failure in every field of life. It's the master of negation. It works tirelessly to undermine you, your self-esteem, and your happiness. It's the voice that whispers, "You're a piece of nonsense, you're laughable and repulsive," even when the world around you showers you with praise and recognition. But is that true? Are you really a loser in your life? What made this critic grow inside you and undermine your values and kill your self-confidence? I know it's embarrassing. The feeling after hearing that voice makes you regret, lowers your self-esteem, and most of all, makes you unworthy of doing anything special in your life. You do nothing but lay on the couch, eating fries and junk food, play video games, and waste your time watching reels on your phone. No, you don't need to do that. You're not a loser. You can do anything you want in your damn life, no matter how old you are. You need to silence your inner critic and prove it wrong by doing extraordinary things that you're capable of doing in your life. In this video, I'll help you to do that in a simple and above all, better way. How the inner critic is born within you. The first thing you need to know is that this voice, this inner critic, is not a reflection of your reality, but a relic of your past. This critic was born from early experiences in your life that made you doubt your worth. Maybe someone in your family was cruel to you in the past. Maybe it was your father's cold behavior, his anger, or even his absence that planted the seed of self-doubt in you. Maybe it was your mother who passed away at a young age due to certain circumstances and you blamed yourself for it and have been doubting your abilities ever since. It can be any small or big incident that you may or may not remember, because many children or even teenagers are not able to understand the complexities of adulthood. They blame themselves for some painful experiences. When you can't find a suitable answer to something, your immature mind itself comes to a damning conclusion: I'm the problem. In reality, that's not the case at all. The reason for this is that the child in you is desperate for order and reason in a world that seems senseless. This child in you makes you believe that you are inherently flawed instead of facing the terrifying possibilities of a chaotic, indifferent universe. This belief, though false, slowly brings out the inner critic in you, for it offers a semblance of control and understanding, albeit at the expense of your self-worth. When you grow older, this inner critic grows with you, and its voice, it becomes an integral part of your identity. It gradually started voicing against you. You got a job. It said, you're incapable of it. You got a promotion. The critic dismissed it. It made the compliments and acts of kindness towards you as mere flukes or deception. It kept reinforcing the narrative that you're not deserving for this. You're undeserving of happiness or success. How it affects you in response is you're convinced that every positive development was a mask for underlying contempt, that you were in essence unworthy the whole time. Bid farewell to it. But the truth is that it's not you. It's something else inside you. You're not your own critic. You're a complex being made up of many parts, and he's just one aspect of your physique. And it was formed in response to some bitter and harsh circumstances in your past. What do you need to do now? It's time for you to acknowledge the presence of this critic. Thank him for his misguided attempts to protect you and bid him farewell. Thank you, inner critic, you can say. You were a coping mechanism, a way to make sense of the incomprehensible. But now, your services are no longer needed. You've done your part, and I appreciate it, but it's time for me to move on. Moving forward requires you to adopt a new perspective, one that is fairer, less biased, and more informed. You must recognize that your past does not define you, nor does it dictate your future. You are not the sum of your traumas or the embodiment of your fears. You're a person with relentless power to shape your destiny. You can learn from your experiences. You're capable of any achievement in this world because you've got the same two hands as Elon Musk. You've got the same capacity brain as that of Jeff Bezos. You have the same 24 hours as every successful person in this world. You can grow far more and far beyond the limitations imposed by your inner critic. You can prove that this critic is wrong and you're right, and now is the perfect time for you to take the first step. It's time for you to embrace a new narrative. The narrative that acknowledges your unwavering strengths, your remarkable potential, and your intrinsic worth. You must now learn to wholeheartedly celebrate your achievements, to graciously accept love and kindness without suspicion, and to pursue your goals with unwavering confidence and determination. How to silence it. It's not easy to silence your critic who has taken years to grow and settle inside you, but you can do it. It's a necessary step towards self-empowerment and self-realization. Try to recognize where the critical voice comes from or what event triggered it. Try to revisit your past and dig deep into it, especially in your childhood or teenage years. Some big event in your family that caused a separation, death, or enmity in your family. Is there someone who consumed too much alcohol and lost interest in life, or perhaps couldn't achieve anything special in his or her life that they wanted to achieve? What paths have you taken in your life, or what people have you met in your early life? If you know the source of your inner critic, it will be easier to find the reasons why it wasn't because of you. And then you can tell your critic, "You're wrong. You were wrong, and you have made me act wrong my whole life." When you finally do it, you silence your inner critic. You free yourself from the chains of self-doubt and open the doors to a life full of possibilities, joy, and self-acceptance. You can rejoice in the small happiness in your life, in small achievements, whether it's a promotion at your job or the fact that you've ticked off all the items on your to-do list. These little things will give you a lot of self-confidence that you are worthy and capable of achieving many things in your life. You are not a loser. You have not been a loser, and you will not be a loser in the future. You are a survivor, a fighter, and the architect of your own happiness. It's time to stop feeling like a loser and start living like the winner you really are. Remember, you deserve to live without the burden of unfounded self-criticism. You deserve to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and more than anything, you deserve to bask in the warmth of genuine self-love. It's time to step into a life where you feel like the champions you were always meant to be.